Destroy matchup is very... Destroy is a less popular deck. When Destroy is popular, it's one of the big reasons to play this deck, because we've got main deck armor and Cosmo to protect our stuff, so it just, like, is incidentally very good in this matchup, too. We'll hide Quinjet in the Bifrost, so that way it doesn't get Killmongered. Well, I didn't notice they were Thanos until the stone slipped up. Thanos adds 6 cards to their deck, so if you check the tracker at the start, you can tell what they're doing. So, originally, I was going to try and set up double Cosmo, but am I still just mood girling? They're gonna get to move the X-23 and then destroy here, but I think that's fine. I think I just need to copy my shield to get numbers. It would have been nice to jam the Cosmo, but I think I need to actually get my points down here. Oh, this isn't even that good for them, right? Because now their, what's it called, is gonna come back here in the center. If they don't Reality Stone. I think I'm gonna Sunspot here, because we're gonna pass Soak 4, because my shields get cheaper for each of our unspent energy. So this will be 2, this will be 1, and then I can play 2 Misty Knights alongside them next turn too, and still soak in energy. They got lucky and got the Power Stone here. Oh, but they're not locked because of the New York. That's fair. White! One of Hoaglandia's OGs. Thank you for the 86-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Is something wrong, baby girl? Oh. Hold on, chat. So this is 9 up to 15. And then if I do this, and this, and this, maybe I'm just not supposed to play for the center. The problem is they could move their death. I don't know if they're gonna move their death or not. I think I'm gonna count on them keeping their death there, and I'm gonna play for the left and the right. This line loses to a blob though. I don't think they thought about murdering their Power Stone gamers. Your kids are huge now. I remember diaper breaks during the stream. Yep. Now the ones that we used to take diaper breaks for during the stream are entertaining the other toddler who's in pull-ups. You got that armor from Twitch drops yesterday. That's a S-tier variant gamer. Solid pickup.
Behold my creations.
Playing 2 1-drops out without an armor is a little scary. Armor? Like, we'll snap here, but it's worth noting that Killmonger still gets us into some trouble. I got Pixel Hellcow. Can I complain about that one? Yeah, definitely. It's a Killmonger. We're gonna have to leave if they step back.
Opponent snapped.
They have Deadpool going with Ant Mace here.
Escaped.
This is, every time I've played Thanos Destroy, it feels like the stones just make the Destroy deck wildly inconsistent. But if you're someone who can draw your Killmonger on turn 3 in your 18-card deck, Thanos Destroy is probably a solid deck for you.
My creations.
Do I Shocker to make the Sunspot free? This doesn't have a min 1 on it.
Snap.
Drew the armor is nice. I was gonna make, for the record, I was gonna make the exact same play with Cosmo this turn that we got bit for last game. But it's the statistically correct play to make. Kinda hoping Crimson Cosmo stays, yeah. So now they get to move something over to here, and then I get to Cosmo them. This is one of the things about any type of betting game, because the snap mechanic is basically a betting mechanic, is in order to come out ahead in these types of games, you have to be consistently willing to make plays. You have to be willing to raise in positions where you're not guaranteed to win. And a lot of people are afraid to do that, right? Like, a lot of people, after they get hit by the Killmonger and then have to retreat in that second game, they won't raise the stakes again in the third game when the same situation comes up because they got bit the last time. Just because you didn't win in that spot doesn't mean it wasn't statistically correct to make the play that we made.
Victory.
I mean, it's not even about needing a short memory. It's just about understanding that raising the stakes isn't a, I'm doing this because I think I'm guaranteed to win. It's a, I'm doing this because I'm statistically favored to win. And if I always do this when I'm statistically favored to win, in the long run, I come out ahead and make more progress.
Behold my creations.
Opponent snapped.
I think I have to leave here. It's the last round before high stakes end. I could Misty Knight into armor, but then my Misty Knight's weak to Killmonger, so I think I just leave. This Altar of Death location is very favorable for my opponent's archetype. Starting in round 5, we start with the minimum bet at 2.
Behold my creations.
It's a pretty solid location for us. Hands He's looking good too. Morning, Marty.
Opponent snapped.
I left last time, but they didn't. I didn't know what they had. They didn't play any of their good destroy stuff on one this time, right? I think I'm just gonna shocker and then magic this. They only get one turn with it. That's unfortunate. They had Bucky Barnes in their top handful of cards. Not a whole lot we could do there. We'll see how the game plays out, but they are statistically very favored at this point. Not only alter 2 games in a row, but they had Bucky this time around. It's just incredibly beneficial for them. They already Killmongered is a big deal. I don't have priority here, meaning my cards flip second, so my Cosmos and my armors just aren't super useful. Yeah, I probably need to Cosmo Limbo to block Reality Stone, though, potentially, from getting rug pulled. Good show. Then we're hoping to draw Hulk in our next draw. Draw after this one would also be okay. So they have 8 power Deadpool. Plus 6 other energy. This gives me plus 15 here. Sorry, it gives me plus 16 here, which ties at Thanos. It gives me plus 16 here. I think that's the plan. I think it's just Hulk, and then Soak. I could... It's either both Hulks like this, or it's 2 Hulks here. No, there's a Soul Stone. The She-Hulk's only 9. I think it's this. Punished. Oh, we keep losing every coin flip this morning. It feels really bad. I really wish there was a counter on the interface somewhere to tell me how big their null was. That game was really close considering they had Altar of Death.
Behold my creation.
Now, it is worth noting that I have a free retreat this game. Our hand's pretty good though, sans not having an armor. Our hand is a good linear hand. It is not a good against destroy hand. So the way the betting in Marvel Snap works, even when I only have 1 cube left, I'll still have, I'll still be able to take 2 cubes from them because that's the minimum of the high stakes. So even if I win this game, I still have to win 1 more. And if I lose this game, I have to win 2 more. So it's mostly a wash. That's, Moon Girl's an incredible draw here because my Hulk's ticking to 18 and then Moon Girl lets me copy my Hulk the next turn. So then I can play 2 Hulks out over the course of this game. And their draw's not been particularly strong. Under normal circumstances, I would snap the Moon Girl draw. But again, snapping doesn't do anything for me. It's literally just downside. Snapping means if I lose, I'm done. Whereas snapping, if I snap and then I win, it's the exact same thing as if I don't snap. They already used the Reality Stone, so I don't have to worry about getting my Limbo rug pulled. They have Nimrod in their deck. Wild. Okay, so they're setting up for a Venom on the left then. I think we can meet. So this is going to be 29 over here, meaning even if they Venom this, they go to 21 and then 26. Worried about Killmonger. No, Killmonger doesn't matter. I was never winning the center. I lose to... No, they already played Carnage and Death. I would say I lose to Venom here plus poke and Nimrod over. No, that doesn't even work. Yeah, I don't know that they haven't destroyed enough with Null to be good here. So I played the Moon Girl Hulk first because it was discounted by Quinjet, which makes both the Hulks get 2 bigger because I needed to soak on 6. Also, because I'm all in, them knowing that I have another Hulk doesn't matter because this game is getting played out regardless. And now, the upside to winning this game is I get to be... We're back ahead in the driver's seat, right? Our opponent... No, staying is free for them. So now I'm 3 cubes to 1, so they have to win 2 in a row now. There's that Thanos consistency finally by them. Yeah, they've been running really hot with having their right pieces at the right moments so far.
Behold,
Them finally having a little bit of clunkiness because their deck has 18 cards and it feels well. Yes, my opponent messed up that last game because the way the cube system works, snapping on turn 1 was actually free for them and they didn't do it. They should have made me make the decision on turn 1. Am I interested in staying in this game for good? So the main mistake my opponent made that last game was not leveraging the betting mechanic appropriately. Hamburglar, thank you for the prime. I appreciate that support. Wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm gonna magic the Bifrost and then we'll Cosmo the Limbo, and then they just can't do shit anywhere. Because this is a nowhere. Hey, don't say only an Amazon sub, Hamburglar. All those primers really add up. Anytime you stagger on over in my way and click that button, it puts real buckaroos in my pocket and pay to keep the lights on and for the kids, among other things. If you missed it, I actually posted a 1 year in review video talking about my first year doing Marvel Snap content full time, where I broke down just how much those Prime subs add up to, among other things. Play a Jeff, because we can play a Jeff anywhere. And then we'll soak 3, and then we'll soak 6, and we'll play 2 Hulks. Put a pin in it. Bezos, buddies. Still buddy, exactly. All spends. So Sunspot gets 1 for every unused energy we have. She-Hulk gets cheaper for every unused energy we have. And then in theory, they could Killmonger here and make the doll bigger, right? I guess there's technically a world where they blob the left, right? So I should play for all 3, just in case. No, we've seen their whole deck. I forgot. We filled in the whole thing. We know all 12 cards. Opponent had some good location variants with their Altar of Deaths in the mid game. Nowhere flipping up here in the ultimate game for us, letting us combo armor and Cosmo to just fully lock them out. Quite strong. Speaking of things that are quite strong and making money, chat, with these 2 Bowers combined, I'm gonna serve up 2 minutes worth of adverts here before we dive on into our next round. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere, we got plenty more Marvel Snap coming up today. Actually, all 18 cards, technically correct. What's going on, this Scrambled Egg? Thanks for the 5 months. Love your ability to always play decks a little off the beaten path. I feel like you have a different understanding of how to build decks in the game than many. Your Havoc decks are a great example of that. Yeah, I think Havoc is a card release that really let me flex what I'm good at in Snap compared to a lot of other folks. A lot of people just like shoved it and bouncer wrote it off. That's a card that's like not super straightforward to figure out. Jaffa No, thanks for the 3rd of the year. Appreciate that primer again. This is just a dude. All the stones do most of it. Just a man. You tried any Surfer Darkhawk decks yet? I haven't, actually. Should probably make a point to do that today. Good, give that a go after. If we play Ravonna as one of the 2-drops, or Zabu, I guess. We can play Zabu as one of the 2-drops, so that way Hawk can play with a 3 cleanly. Actually sounds pretty reasonable. And then the Surfer plan gives you something to be doing in the games where your Hawk isn't good because of something like Blob. I have to decide, am I playing off curve to make Hulk bigger here? So am I like passing this turn to let Hulk power up? I think I'm gonna play Shocker this turn. Well, I could because of the Lamaria cards not flipping until next turn, I could Shocker this turn, Cosmo next turn, and then Shocker hits the Hulk, which is kind of appealing. I lose that bonus off of this for 2 turns, but I think that's fine. For the sake of making it cheaper. What an incredibly bad matchup variant that we loaded this deck up for the first time, and we've run into. We've run into Mobius twice. Killmonger, what did my Hulk do to you there? Interesting that they Nova'd and then they Nova'd or Killmonger'd and then Nova'd. I'm gonna snap them on the Moon Girl draw, right? Because the Moon Girl draw means I can go 18 power Hulk into 18 power Hulk and they kick up to 20. Actually, I'm just gonna punt the Savage Lands, I think. We'll just play for here and here. Or am I? JK, LOL. I could beat in the Sebastian Shaw path. So Hulks do not get bigger this turn because I'm spending all 6, but next turn we will have a 7th energy. They could be a deck that's playing Storm for the first time in forever. For fuck's sake. Well, that explains the sequence earlier. Good golly. The good news is 20 power Hulk over here beats Silver Surfer, right? So we're still good. And they probably stay, right? I guess they might leave because they saw Moon Girl, but I don't think they can put more than +8 on the right. And they were forced to Killmonger and then Brood because I have Cosmo in the middle, so they couldn't spread out here. So Disruption getting us across the finish line here. Yeah, they can't Surfer and Absorbing Man because I have Cosmo middle and they're restricted on board space. Cosmo, like, very subtly putting them really far behind.
Victory.
Behold my creations.
Honestly, thinking about it, our deck is probably an atrocious choice to play today because the weekend missions are encouraging people to play this deck. I guess most of them aren't playing Mobius, but like Killmonger is a hard card for us as well. Hey, damn Slacks, thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a ton of great people you can send that to every month. Thanks for sending it this way this month. Keeping me around. Do I want to play Quinjet into the armor path? I think so. Could Mobius me though. K-Fed, thanks for the brand new primer. I think I'm gonna do this in step with them losing Surfer. I have Sunspot to guarantee that we get something big into here, so this gets all locked up. Feels like they have a hard time coming back from here. They have Shang-Chi in their Surfer deck. Noted. It is wild to me how afraid people are to snap. Like, I can't fathom putting this tech card into play and not raising the stakes. It's so weird. People just hate betting if they're not a guarantee to win. It, like, has to be a sure thing for them.
Victory.
I also think, like, and this is the thing I think people don't think about in Conquest enough of the time, is that they retreated, which maybe their retreat is good here, but I don't know their hand. Showing me Shang-Chi in a game that they lost is huge. Tech cards like Shang-Chi that interact with your opponent create such big swings that you want to make sure you're getting paid out in the moments where you're playing them. Especially because they're a Killmonger deck, I'm going to skip turn 1 to get my Hulk bigger, because there's a good chance these 1-drops are just going to die over the course of the game anyways. We're going to play Sunspot Center, because if we draw armor, I want to armor there to protect from Shang-Chi and Killmonger long term. Nico's a neat inclusion in their deck. Making a demon is interesting in their Killmonger deck. I'm trying to decide if Limbo is good for me, or if I just, like, Cosmo the center and then, like, put stuff into there. You probably cut Shocker for Kyeria. Yeah, this deck will love Kyeria when she drops next week, or a week and a half. Okay, so now that they're all in on this, I just go Moon Girl Quinjet so we can copy Hulk, and then we go Hulk and win the game, right?
Oh, snap.
I don't have to worry about Shang-Chi in the middle anymore. Yeah, they can still add power, but we're adding... our Hulks are each going to be 24. We're adding 48 to the center. I got my one turn out of my Quinjet, bud. We're done here. They've been retreating really conservatively. I assume they're leaving.
Victory.
Behold my creations.
Okay. And we know all 12 of their cards now with the Koye. Their deck is much better at filling the raft than we are. I'm gonna magic it. this deck not losing a single cube against Killmonger and Shang-Chi is huge. Yeah, our archetype offers an incredible amount of skill expression. You can definitely beat any amount of deck cards. We could have Cosmo in the raft. Yeah, I just think even with Cosmo on the raft, they're likely to fill it before we do, so I'd rather just take it out. They're also a Mobius deck, which makes the raft one-sided in their favor. Okay, so they got rid of...
Opponent snapped.
I just put them all in here now, right? Because I high Evo here, one of these comes into play here, and then I play the other one in the other location next turn. Raise, re-raise. They just think we can't operate without Limbo. But that's actually, so a lot people who are familiar with the game always ask, like, Jeff, why play this version of the deck as opposed to playing the Leech version that's more popular? And this build is significantly better in the games where Limbo isn't there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff, gamers. That's the good stuff, gamers. So what are their cards? They have Killmonger, Shang-Chi, Chavez, Nova, Rogue. So they can't win the right. They have 2 cards in hand. If they go Nova into Killmonger, I think I'm losing is likely. Because they have priority as well here. I don't think there were 2 cards in their deck that won the game here.
Victory.
Yeah, it's honestly just like, it's a really impressive showing for how resilient this archetype is. That our Quinjet Shocker She-Hulk deck beat the Killmonger Shang-Chi Mobius deck that can also periodically get rid of our Limbo. And we 10-0'd them. Just like, if you engineered a deck in a lab full of hate cards to beat up what our deck is doing, it probably wouldn't look that far off of what this deck is. Frequent, thank you for the 8 months. Peak Twitch chat is someone trying to insult the intelligence of my opponent when you weren't paying attention and their surfer got pulled by Grand Central. So you can take a 10-minute timeout. You are always welcome to critique the plays of me or my opponents on stream in a constructive and specific manner, but just calling them bad is never welcome, which is what you did. And not only that, but they weren't bad, you just weren't paying attention and used it as an excuse to try and call them bad when you were mistaken. So, that's double strikes. We don't even give 3 strikes here, we'll give you a break after 1, but you definitely missed twice there, bud.
Behold my creations.
Yep. Ha. Most Korg decks aren't Killmonger decks. Some Korg decks are Falcon decks, though. Invisible Woman. Interesting. So I was going to say, I'm not sure that I want an extra turn here, but I think the draw of Sunspot means that I do. I think the Sunspot means I snap. They could be a Miss Marvel deck's a good take, yeah. No, I don't think I let Nord Dimension stay in play. I don't want my hand clogged. I haven't played against a Mobius in fucking weeks. And this is the second goddamn the third Mobius deck we've played since switching to this one. It's actually unreal. Just not real life. Not remotely. I get to Moon Girl my Jeff next turn and put 2 Jeffs into the Space Throne. Am I playing Rock out so I don't miss drawing a card? Because they're a Darkhawk deck. I think it's important that I draw a card. Is it? Now I'm gonna miss the draw either way. Are they Cerebro 3 with Korg? No shot, right? Surfer with Invisible Woman? Surfer's more likely. Oh, are they? We were talking about building a Surfer Hawk deck. Are they a Surfer Hawk deck? Surfer Hawk. I think we have to go. I wasn't expecting Killmonger out of them. Obviously, we should have Cosmo'd the right if we were expecting Killmonger. I just didn't want to fill all of these. Or fill this one up. Feels bad to lose this one. Yeah, I think Zabu means this. I actually want to build Surfer Hawk after we're done with this Conquest run. We've been talking about that. I think the Killmonger means it's Surfer. So the retreating later function here uses a little bit of time, but it means that if our opponent also decides they want to retreat, neither of us lose cubes. It's basically if we simultaneously fold. They did not. Actually roping us fully. It's gonna be a real sweaty match, gamers. Are they disconnected? We might just be getting griefed here as well. All I want for Christmas is a chess timer for stat. Me too, Mr. City. The competitive mode would be so. Yeah, I think we're just getting roped.
Behold my
Like the fact they ran the rope down almost entirely and starting the next game means we're just getting griefed. It's unfortunate. I am extra confident in saying our deck's a terrible choice into the weekend missions, though. All these Killmongers is annoying. They're not impossible to beat like we showed last game, but definitely more bad than good. The priority flip here, so if they have a rock slide or a widow, they get us. Just a Sabu deal. Yes, this is a pass turn 5 concede to Mobius. What is going on out there? Is there a war going on in the basement?
No.
No?
Brothers are just wrestling.
Brothers are wrestling? Those brothers.
No, definitely is wrestling with me and Jacob.
Oh, that's okay.
They just want,
Do you want them to stop? Do you want them to leave you alone? You could go upstairs if you don't want to wrestle with the brothers.
but I want them to play partnership with me. For you to was
Stabs are just possible always. Honestly, I think our... Oh, you know what? I don't have to leave. I could just magic, right? I could also represent, like, Killmonger. I'm gonna magic and see what happens.
Daddy, will you tell Daddy?
Yes, yes.
Will you tell the brothers to play partnership?
You can go ask mommy, okay? Yeah, this was just a Killmonger pass. They might not realize we're a She-Hulk deck yet. They gotta know, right? They gotta know. If I do this, these each cost 2 next turn. If I do this, they both cost 3, but then I get an extra point from this. I'll snap back and hope for no Mobius. I think if they had Mobius, they would have played it by now. I think this is our shot. Okay, so we know they have Shang-Chi. My deck currently has 10 cards in it. I'm kind of just flipping a coin, or 5 cards as their Hawks are 10. I'm kind of just flipping a coin against Hawk here, huh? I don't have priority, yes, but I mean, Shang-Chi means I can't play for the right. Oh, wait. If they Hawk me on the left, they lose the Marvel bonus, right? Does that mean I win? Only going to 16 there. Maybe I should have played Sunspot left. I probably should have played Sunspot left. You go down to 9. No, Hawk's still beating me on the left. I think it's just a flip into where the Hawk goes. I also think there's a chance that because they griefed us that they're currently watching the stream, so... I'll vibe for a minute. They're retreating, God bless.
Victory.
I'm definitely not leaving here. Because like I said, I think this matchup is bad for us. And something that's important to do in Conquest is when a matchup is bad for you, you should take more risks to try and get lucky. Because in later games where you're behind, you're not going to have that opportunity to get lucky.
Behold my creations.
This person sent me death threats on the Snap Discord server. Alright, well, it is important to know that usernames aren't unique in Marvel Snap, so maybe it wasn't this person. But also, yikes if true. If you're all ever looking for a deck list that I played, you can always type decks in my chat and grab a link to my untapped lists from there. I think with them having Mobius, I actually want to get rid of the big house. Normally I could sneak She-Hulk into here, but I want the flexibility. Not had a good start. I think giving them a Moon Girl is fine. We snap them. We'll Moon Girl, and then I'll have 2 Hulks for the last 2 cards, 2 turns. Oh, we're there totally in the stream. They're totally here. Yeah, I just gotta go. We're not beating a Shang-Chi. I have to approach some of these turns differently, knowing that they're hanging out. Hard matchup when they have a permanent Daredevil. It's probably an L.
Behold my creations.
I would assume people are playing Mobius again because of the perception among competitive players that Loki is the best deck again for some reason. Okay, so I'm gonna Cosmo. I don't think they can interact with Limbo. I'm gonna Cosmo the right, and then we'll Moon Girl here, and then we can set up Hulks on the left and the right long term. You got all that down, Croft? Does that work for you? What do you think? Does your hand beat that? And our hand would obviously be stronger, but they have Mobius shutting down the Quinjet. Honestly, after queuing into Mobius in these last couple games, it kind of feels like he's the perfect power level. Feels like he fell off appropriately and is also back appropriately. Now, the real question here is, because they have double Invisible Woman, where's the Shang-Chi? Is it Shang in the middle, or is it Shang on the left? They can't have Shang mid, they have Zabu. Yeah. So the end of this is ultimately a shell game. Where we're gonna be a coin flip. This could also just be Miss Marvel in the middle. But they also are hanging out and they know what's going on. So I'm gonna do this so that way they don't get to retreat. They have to decide if they want to leave or not without knowing where my Hulk is going. You know what's really funny, chat? For the first time this match, they didn't full rope me. It was because I put my webcam up. That was the very first time in one of these end turns. They didn't run the timer all the way down, and it was because they couldn't see my screen, so they could just lock in their decisions and go, what a coincidence.
Behold my creation.
All right, we got 3 shots to win the last 2 cubes from Spooky Ghost. That one's good for us, right? I think that's good for us. Maybe faster is hide your screen for ads. That's such bad content. I don't want to do that. Chat, ultimately, while it would be nice to... Well, it would ultimately be nice to, like, win this particular game. My overall goal while being here on the internet is making good content. And constantly hiding my screen is not good content. It takes a lot for me to be like, yeah, I guess we should hide my screen. This one had all the hallmarks of like, yeah, I guess we should. You ever compared your win rates on and off stream? So, there were a couple of early seasons of Marvel Snap where I recorded my average runs on stream and off stream. And on average, my average cube rate and win rate off stream was about twice as much as on stream. And that's a mixture of not only because of the opponent being able to see my screen periodically, but it's also just a thing because, you're just like more focused when you're playing off stream. Nah, my attention's not divided. I think the amount of time content creators like actually have someone looking at their plays is quite small. Like, I don't think it happens all that often. Sunshine, thank you for the 52 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. That way we win the breaker here despite the Shang-Chi, right? Yeah.
Victory.
Gordon TR, thank you for the prime. Appreciate the 2 months. Welcome back. Hard matchup. Permanent Daredevil. No problem.